at ICAST 2021 here at the NuCanoe booth with my brother Everett. So man, it's been a while.
Yeah, it's great.
You know, we didn't get to see each other last year, but we're back and we're here with the brand new boat, the NuCanoe Unlimited. So I want to turn it over to you and just kind of give us the full rundown on this boat, and let's get the information out to the people.
Cool. Yep. So just kind of a topographical view of what this boat is and the purpose behind it. We wanted a boat that was as stable as the Frontier 12 with more drainage, a much more kind of solid feel to the deck, less concerns about like the flexion in the deck and stuff like that, improved drainage, and there is water in this, but that's because we had a bunch of beer in here last night and ice and stuff like that. But the other thing we want to do is we wanted to take the hatch out of the boat and make a modular system for storage. So this is the gear pod, starting at the front. You're good. This guy doesn't like it too much. But the cool thing about the gear pod is just that you can remove the whole system.
Oh, very cool.
Slides right into our aluminum tracks here. Has a really secure attachment point there with the tracks. But it's removable, so you could potentially keep your electronics on here, batteries in it, stuff like that. We have an additional cleat here if you're carrying a real heavy load or you got batteries in here in surf, chop, stuff like that. So you can add an additional cleat here to latch it down, but it actually holds pretty well just off these two front bolts, and it's really easy to take on. You'll also notice, even starting at the bow, we went ahead and put inserts in for you to add additional wiring, and we have wiring ports in the bow as well as midship. If you want to run right back here with me, I'll show you kind of what these are used for. So all that excess wiring that you'd have from your transducer as well as your screen can all be tucked away safely inside the boat, and then you have a gasket protecting it from water intrusion.
Yeah, and this comes off, right? So you can actually fit your whole hand in there?
Right. Well, what we do is we don't cut the hole out because some people actually, you know, will never even use that.
Right.
And it's just one more place for water to potentially get in the boat. So we leave it up to the consumer to decide how big they want to make that.
Okay, perfect.
But you can definitely cut it big enough to reach your entire hand inside. So you have access at the bow for your hand if you need to, or for wiring. You have access mid. And then we have a hatch in the transom as well. So you have a lot of places where you can access inside the hull if you want to, but if you're the kind of person that doesn't really need to do that, you're minimizing how much access you have just for water intrusion and things like that.
Right,
so
right.
I think it'll work better for some people. If you move here to the middle of the boat with me, this is a brand new product for us, and this is a transducer. Forget what we call it. I sound kind of dumb forgetting, but but it's a retract system for your transducer. So it just allows something like a total scan transducer that needs side scan to drop down under the boat. But then when you need to put it on your trailer or you're in shallow water, you can pick it up. Okay. The whole system comes right up inside the boat because we have a recess under the boat for even some of the biggest transducers. And then just a simple little cleat there. This system is really easy to take on and off as well. And then we have aluminum tracks throughout the length of the boat. These are top load tracks. Obviously there's been other manufacturers that have had these for a long time. Right. We're really excited to finally get with the program.
Yeah, this boat really kind of looks like all of the best things all kind of in. I guess that's why you named it the Unlimited, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so like this week I plan on taking this boat offshore. Okay. But we're also going to have it inshore, kind of going at the same time, and that's sort of the purpose behind this boat, is to do whatever you need it to do. It tandems really, really easily. In fact, our Frontier 12 has been our best tandem boat, but I mean, you can imagine if you put a seat right here, all the leg room that you have, it just, the capacity on it is greater than anything we've made before. The storage is better. Your options for rigging it are probably a little bit greater. We have additional tracks like on the go and stuff like that now.
Still with a 360 here?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
That's optional, of course. You can always just go with a fixed seat, which will add additional height if you wanted to do that. And you can also flip this seat base over, which I'll be doing when I go offshore, to drop your center of gravity, really kind of tuck in and get more of a cockpit feel.
Right.
On this particular boat, we're running the Newport Vessels EPS system, so our own electronic propulsion system kit that we've sold for a couple years now has been replaced with this system now. It's really turnkey, it works really efficiently, and we have a new retract pulley, we call it the Big Wheel. That's a proprietary product of ours. It just makes retracting like much easier.
Yeah, how smooth is that?
It's pretty
nice, pretty smooth.
Now obviously, you know, here the motor is, like I've got an 1103 from Torqeedo, and that's a really heavy motor. You really need that big bigger wheel for
Right.
the extra
Right.
you know, torque that you get off that. And of course, our steering systems are all still the same as they've been. I'm gonna uncleat that just to make that a little bit smoother.
There we go.
But
Oh yeah, super smooth.
and then we have a breakaway system in here. That's why I was waggling around a little bit.
Okay, so if you kick up on something, pops
Yeah,
right up.
she wants to get in tight. There's just a ball pin here, and so it's really rugged actually.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty hard to break that.
I see.
And that way, if you hit rocks or you know if you're just wanting to go into shore, it's pretty easy to pick up.
How long is this boat?
This boat is 12 and a half foot.
It looks like we got 12 feet of track too. So I mean, we've
Exactly.
got track all over this boat,
Yeah,
mounting everywhere.
And tracks back here like this, you kind of underestimate what you could do with that. But obviously, when you're wanting to mount a power pole as well, in addition to
Right.
you know whatever system, you have to have some places to do that.
Okay, nice.
New
Sturdy
handle,
track,
yeah, the handle's new as well, and got options to kind of lock them out if you want or fold it away. What's funny is, of all the really cool features on this boat, I think we get more attention on just having a better handle
Yeah, strong handle.
on the bow and the transom than we had before. And the reason we went with such a big, beefy handle is so you can actually keep your motor or your pedal drive on here,
Right.
and make it, you know, sturdy enough to pick the whole thing up, batteries, stuff like that. So
Of course, man.
we also redesigned this area from the Frontier 12. Well, the Frontier 12 didn't even have this hatch actually, but the Pursuit had a hatch just like this. But the angle of it put it really close to the deck of the boat, and sometimes water would get in there. But we stole this from the Flint, and just like you kind of said, Heath, a lot of the features like the really heavy contour and rigid deck, 7 scuppers, you know, some of those features we did take from Flint,
Right.
applied it to this, and then we even, you know, took some things from the Pursuit as well.
So this boat right here, right now the Torqeedo's on there.
Right.
But we can put the pedal drive system on.
Yep.
Okay, and we can take everything off as well.
It's honestly much better to paddle than you would think.
Okay.
James, who's our designer, he's really more of a paddle kayak guy. He's designed a lot of other popular paddle kayaks. I won't name any names, but
Right.
you know, stuff that's won best of show here,
Sure.
he designed.
Yeah.
And it's really because he's more of a paddler. But what he's done with us is basically take as big of a boat as you can pretty much produce that would paddle well, and add the ability to go with propulsion as well. So just paddle speed wise, you'll probably get that question, Heath, because somebody's looking at this and they're like, man, this boat is huge.
Right.
I've hit 4.5 miles an hour paddling this
Paddling on
thing.
it. Okay. Well, man, I'm just kind of looking at this boat, and I love obviously kayak fishing and rigging stuff, but I can really see all the different options. So if I owned this boat, right, I could take me and my wife out. I could
And
strip
the kids.
and the kids. I could strip everything down, just do me, and maybe load up. And something that I want to do soon is do like island camping overnight in Tampa Bay, Florida. We got like Fort DeSoto and different areas like that.
Yep.
You could load this up with a ton of gear and still be good, right?
Absolutely.
So it's a blank slate to really do whatever you want. What's the weight capacity on this?
Over 600.
Over 600 pounds. Is that the heaviest weight capacity?
Self-bailing.
Okay.
Yeah, but of all of our boats, yes.
Yes. Okay.
It is. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, man, it's a nice boat. I got a lot of questions on it. People wanted to see the full walkthrough of the NuCanoe Pursuit. So Everett, thank you so much. Yeah, man. I mean, sorry, the Unlimited.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
No, the
yeah,
only
sorry,
reason I
sorry.
wanted to bring that out is just that the Pursuit has had some changes and revisions as well. We had some water issues with that boat.
Right.
We've made some adjustments to that. Heath can share that as well if he wants to.
Perfect.
That one's actually gotten a lot better, but
Okay.
just with some fine-tuned adjustments.
Right.
But ultimately, like if you want a boat that will do anything, that is unlimited, this is really it as far as our offering. You know, it's the best one we can offer as far as just a lot of different options. So we're really excited about it and appreciate you kind of taking.
Perfect. Happy to do it. So thank you so much, Everett. I'll see you.
All right.